Yes. So that's the same meaning, basically, but it's Banalahayim, sons of God.
So that's how you know that they're, even though they were called the sons of God, they were Israelites too before they were known as Israelites.
Yep, that's how you know that group is still the same people that are now the Israelites. See, for Israel, like you said, that's the only difference versus sons, but it's means the same thing. Son of a king versus the son of a man, but the son of a king is still the son of a man. But
Esau wants to be that, but he's not.
We were the sons of the wicked, created from the beginning. But you 2/3 are still acting like the sons of the wicked. You've been taught by the sons of the wicked, and all you know is the ways of the sons of the wicked. But I was going to say, this guy, you can see, and like Nazariah and all the other guys, you see them trying to pick this word up and use it for something else, filthy lucre, for some other benefit, not for the sincerity of earning salvation into themselves or administering the wisdom so the next man can get salvation. They don't take this word in with a humble soul.
Psalms 58 and 2. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray.
Hey, they were created that way, not yet being born, doing neither good or evil. We're talking about in the book of Romans, right? That it may stand according to election. Well, that was you, Esau. You were created like this from the womb. Just like we were before the womb. We were, hold on, get Jeremiah 1:5 right. Just to hit that one verse right quick.
It's Jeremiah 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
That was for his prophets right there. So everybody was ordained to a father line and to a duty upon the earth. Esau, you were just ordained to be wicked. You was set up to be wicked from the beginning. And you had to fulfill that. It's just confusion out here. People just ready to just kill each other.
Fight.
Man.
Man.
You go back to song, what you got to say?
And it's Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator, a profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessed, he was rejected.
Why was he rejected? Because he never deserved it. He wasn't created to deserve that. The Heavenly Father was proving that, hey, I can go against my own rules. If I choose, they're mine. Do whatever I want. But all the big times, all the time he went in, like all the big blessings and promises he made was always going against his ordinance. Because he went.
It was always about the firstborn.
Right. It was normally always about the firstborn, but Ishmael didn't get it. Isaac got it. It was always about Esau didn't get it. Jacob got it. Because he wanted to prove that his word would stand over everything.
For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Yep.
It's back in Psalms 58.
And the Most High is so cool that, let's say you have a chosen to come through a certain line, right? And the father of that establishes that promise before the Lord, let's say he puts his seed in another woman of his nation. And that nation, that child grows up, but the father didn't put the blessing on him. But he goes to he gets a concubine, and then he puts seed in her and raises a child, and that child ends up being who the Lord have him bless. The Lord could do that. The Lord could actually do that.
He did that.
You know?
He did it with King David, really, if you really not exactly that way. But he had
I mean, he had how many brothers?
But what I was gonna make was he had him birth the son through another man's woman.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, through an adulterous relationship. And it would end up being the Lord though. You know? It ended up being settled. Now the first one passed off when he had impregnated the first one when he was alive, but then when he went to the front line, sent to the front line and got killed, and then after the process of time, he ended up having Solomon out of that same woman. Yeah. Look, but the point being, the Lord can do whatever he wants. His ways are not our ways, nor our understanding near his understanding.
Psalms 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Their wickedness, their philosophy, their everything that they push forth from themselves is poison. Like the poison of a snake, it'll end up killing you if you listen to these damn devils.
That's why it says not to trust thine enemy.
Yep.
Yeah?
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness,
Yep.
man. You know, but our people trusting in this devil for the last 400 years, what has it got?
Right.
Still in the ghetto, still
Let's
getting
just
killed.
go back 40 years. 40, 50 years now, right? We still ain't out. We're supposed to be free since the 1865, right?
Yep.
We actually got civil rights for ourselves in the 1960s, 100 years after that. Halfway down, we still ain't nowhere. We still ain't nowhere. They still killing us, making examples out of us. They still got their white supremacy. Ain't no fair equality going on. But you people feel like you're equal because you can go out whenever you want, buy McDonald's or go march and then get shot or skirmish with the established authority.
Jake would get they get the notion that everything is all good and we're equal because they see a white boy working the same job that they work in.
Right. But you're missing the fact
Or they get a black president,
Or-
so-called black.
Yeah, so we won. We got a black president. You niggas, man. That's all set up by design. They want you niggas to think like that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something cool. I realized when I was
Why you can't move into their neighborhood? Why are you still getting racially profiled by the police and getting shot down and letting them get off scot-free?
you have to be a mega superstar in the earth performing some type of entertainment or service to be where their regular
Just to
people
live
is at.
next door to a doctor, an Edomite dentist.
Yep.
Come on, man.
You gotta be extraordinary to be next to their ordinary.
Yeah.
And you still can't escape from the inequality and curses that come along with being you. You still get racial Hey, Chris Rock, why would Chris Rock ever have to worry about being racial profile? He said, I'll teach my sons this is what you're supposed to do. Don't do this shit. No false moves. All my kids, I teach them the same shit. You have to. You think the white man is teaching his sons and keep your hand on the wheel, 10 to 2. You pull you over, turn the radio down, have your stuff ready on the dashboard.
Esau jumped right.
Say, yes,
Esau
sir.
jumped right out the car and questioned the cop.
Hey man, what are you doing? Hey, get back in your car. Hey man, fuck that man. You pulling me over? I'm busy. I gotta. All right, well, just go about your way then. I've seen Esau do that shit before.
He might slap Esau just to,
Ticket.
give
Yeah,
him
he
a
know
ticket.
he can pay.
He probably rough him up a little bit. Because Esau's turning on him. Hey, let's not.
These
Esau's
times,
turning
yeah.
on himself now.
Yeah.
That curse, just like how Jake, that natural hatred that Jake has towards each other, that's coming on Esau too now. So Esau, he's getting his head kicked in too now by the police.
That's what you get for making everything. The masses believe in equality. So the cop that believes in equality got to persecute your white ass just like you persecute our black asses.
It's Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee.
Go to 28 real quick. 15.
And it's Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power.
This is for us right here, that he administered these curses unto us if we wouldn't, he's going to say, if we wouldn't follow the sexual laws and commandments.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Jumps out.
It's Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee.
Still talking to us in first person. He's going to redeem us and put all the curses back on our enemies and take us away from them curses. It ain't that everybody going to be subject to the curses. we're going to get free from these curses. We're going to get blessings after blessings. And all the enemy is going to get that's you Edomites, you Hamites, you Moabites, you Ammonites, you Ishmaelites, you what's the Japhites, all of you other nations. Okay?
And will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yep. Because you clearly persecuted us. But part of the curse is why you was persecuting us. So as you fulfilling that for the Heavenly Father, it was cool that you was getting blessed, but now that time's up. Now he don't want that on his people no more. Now he has to set everything in motion to do that switch of power. And that's where we're stuck at. And you 2/3 is stuck in limbo that don't want to come out of this shit. Y'all want to stay in captivity. I like it here. I was just starting to figure it out. Well, fuck figuring it out. I want to live good. Better than this, than the best person, than the elites of their society live. That's how I want to live. And that's what the Heavenly Father has set up for us. The lowest man is going to be like 100 times what the elite on this world is like. And even greater than that. That's let alone the elect.
This Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass unto thee.
What's that cup? That cup of indignation, that cup of slavery, all the bad shit you gave to us, you gotta pick that up. You gotta deal with that now.
That's why it's beautiful to see you devils scrapping in the middle of the street, beating each other's ass. All right, and they go viral, man.
Well, that Antifa, that Guardian, right?
It's a beautiful thing to see. All right,
somebody let off a bomb and he was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And ran and swung on them. Hey, they had guns and shit. They like, what happened to them?
They shoot paintballs, and they weren't even doing shit. They were just fighting.
Yeah, fuck.
Welcome to the curses, Esau.
Yeah, and it looked like the last scene of Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
You know, some had guns, some
your
didn't.
own people are your own oppressors now.
Yep.
All right. They don't see you in the same class as them. They basically repute you like niggas. Yeah. Okay, y'all becoming the new niggas now. Now y'all trying to try marching just like y'all saw us do back in the '60s. Hey, well now the shoes is on your foot now.
Yeah. I got
y'all can't even handle this shit. That's why y'all killing yourself, man.
I got something, man.
That's barely a few years in. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah. Y'all tripping.
Now, how y'all gonna be able to deal with 1,000 years of what y'all finna go through?
Mass depression amongst Esau.
Man, everything's against you. Everything is against you in this world.
Hell yeah, man. So that cup is the Lord is he's passing it to you now. Okay. So hey, and as this society collapses even more, it's gonna be more bloodshed. It's gonna be straight up more bloodshed. Okay. It's gonna be a lot of Edomites, man. They're gonna be ducking and running, man. You know, some of them they gonna resort to defending themselves with the tool that they're blessing, all right, what they're always familiar with.
Yeah.
All right, they gonna take some of you niggas out. They gonna take a good number of you out. At the end of the day, man, it's gonna be. You just said it. You just took that out my head. It's gonna be as a chase roll, man.
Yep.
Straight up, man. This is how the Lord is bringing you into that low place. All right, this is how the Lord is basically transitioning, or shall I say, translating the kingdom.
Yeah.
All right. In order for that to happen, you gotta fall.
We can just read that.
We wrap.
Yeah, this is a good little reading right here.
Isaiah 13:6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore,
hey, it ain't gonna be no regular little shootout or nothing. It's gonna be a destruction from the Almighty. Volcanoes, earthquakes, all kinds of shit is gonna get you. It's not just gonna be, you gonna, like the brother said earlier, you gonna know that this was from the Heavenly Father, that the destruction is gonna come upon you.
Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
He said the Lord, Shalom, he said the Lord is coming back cruel.
Yep.
Cruel. That means he's gonna be brutal, man. Okay? You're gonna start seeing Edomite babies get their head rolled off. You know? There ain't gonna be no pity upon the fruit of the womb. It's just gonna be all out, just cold-hearted anarchy, man. You know? That's why the Lord said he's coming to bring fire upon the earth. But where will I if it already be kindled? You know? Esau gonna catch a bad one out here, man. Yeah. Real bad, man. They fighting amongst each other now, but just wait. All right? Hey, and don't... That Purge movie that's getting ready to come out, don't just see that as just entertainment. Thoroughly watch that movie when it come out, man. It's all what you call predictive programming, man. Because the elites, they already know what's getting ready to pop off in a society.
Why didn't they just make that the first movie in the first place? Because it wasn't time for that. So they could program you a certain way. Now they can give you the heavy skinny on it by putting the worst one as the first one, and then go back to doing a prequel. That's usually what they do.
Yeah, can I make a statement? What's up, man?
I come to realize that Esau, they know our history, and they put it in these movies. Like we was talking about the Purge and whatnot. Did you feel as they're about Donald Trump talking about the space program? They're going to create a sixth military,
sixth branch
military.
That's the fight. That's the fight the Lord.
Most High.
Yeah.
Correct. But these cats been doing this already since the 30s.
Oh, they've been.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all these early presidents, they all knew about the so-called the chariots.
Absolutely.
They all knew about it.
Reagan really put it into the minds of, hey, what if all the differences we got, what if a force, a common enemy from outside of this galaxy comes into our Earth? We're going to have to band together.
See, to me, Esau thinking his time is up.
You know it's time.
But that's why Esau put this stuff in Hollywood, like I was saying. Star Trek, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, right? They've been doing this since way back. But they put it in the movies because people that are not awake, amongst our people, we see this and they'll be like, oh, this is entertainment, right? This is cool. Jedi wanna be Yoda, all this, right? Traveling the stars. But then catching the concept that this is what Esau doing, right? We can even go down to the Lion King, right? We all know what the lion represents. We all know the story about remember who you are, right? Speaking of us, right? They had another movie, I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's called Cat Ballou. Right. With Jane Fonda. This is an older movie, right? And it caught my attention because this is like right when I was getting into truth. And the thing about the movie is it was her father, right? And they had a Gadite. He was like a hired servant or hired help, right? And he was working the ground, and then the father come in on a wagon. The Gadite ran to help him unload and whatnot, and he was talking to his daughter, right, Jane Fonda, and he was like, "Do you know what I just heard?" These higher ups at the time in the movie was talking about that the Native American, or what he said, derogatory, that the engines are from the lost tribes of Israel. Right? It's an older movie. It's called Cat Ballou. You can see this, right? So the Gadite brother heard this, And he went up to him, right? And he said, yeah, you from the lost tribe of Israel, right? He said, what are you talking about, right? Not knowing our heritage, coming from Jose because of slavery, lost everything. He said, no, I'm not Israel. I'm not from the lost tribe of Israel. He said, I'm an Indian. I'm a Native American, right? Identify himself as what the slave masters call him.
I'm a savage.
Right, right. Yeah. But Esau know.
Esau, yeah, they right. All these nations know.
All these nations know.
Our apostles.
I have a. My bad.
That's what Psalm
Because the
83
beauty
is
of this,
about.
coming
They
into
they know the truth, but their job was to keep that hidden from us.
Yeah.
and they did a good job.
That's what Psalms 83 is about.
The apostles made a statement yesterday that said it's Edomites that know the whole full truth.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
right. Off topic. Spirit came into me the other day, right? You know how we're commanded not to deal with these heathens, right?
Yeah.
Not to give your sons unto their daughters and their daughters unto our sons, as it says.
Yeah.
I got a hypothetical, humorous question. So if our people amongst us go outside our nation, is that bestiality?
You know what?
It's close.
Is that bestiality?
That's spiritual bestiality.
You understand what
Because
I'm
they're
saying?
like the beasts.
Right.
You know, and when you among them, you start picking up their ways.
Absolutely.
You start becoming like a beast.
Yeah.
And beasts, their nature is they're not governed by. They don't have the intelligence we have.
Right.
They're not governed by
Same
laws and stuff like that. They're impulsive. They according to
They
their.
don't reason.
Yeah.
They go by instinct.
They go by instinct. That's how these nations are.
Right.
You know. So that's true. You know, when our people try to get into their cultures and follow their ways, they become like the heathen. To be like a damn beast.
Right.
You know? And our people, these niggas in these streets, they are like beasts, man.
They are like beasts.
All that carnage, killing each other over the lamest shit. You know? How our women carry themselves, like it's, a bunch of animals.
Our women's gone.
Yeah, they're finished,
Gone.
Yeah, man.
Ain't no telling them nothing. Ain't talking to them. You can't reason with them. You know what I mean?
The script say, mistress women shall bring forth monsters.
Absolutely. And that's what we see in the streets, man. That's like why old boy, that rapper got killed. You know what I mean? Somebody wasn't doing something they was supposed to. Keeping the laws, you know what I mean? So the Most High had to make an example.
Yeah, go back to like when they had the riots down in, I want to say that was Maryland. Where a bunch of young Jake was around. Yeah, Baltimore, so like, and the black woman got the praise for basically
Whooping her
telling
son.
basically whooping him. But where was the dad? The kids should have never fucking been out there.
Right.
Right. We just kept saying that, like, you get mother of the year for going out there and taking your kids off the streets. But why was he even out there?
Yeah, if you enforce
If he was really a good mother, he would have never had his ass off.
Absolutely.
The real mothers of the year, kids wasn't on the street.
Yeah.
They was at home watching the stupid ass kids out
And this is how the spirit works, because just this morning I was having the same discussion. You know, I saw on Facebook, don't know if you brothers seen it, his father whooping the heck out of his daughter, right? I mean, whooping her, right? And some of the family members like, a little bit over.
Right.
But wearing her out, getting her mind like, you ain't gonna be doing this, right?
Right.
So now you got people's comments, you know what I'm saying, call the police, did that, and the third, right? What the Bible says. Right? What the Most High said. You know, if you rebuke and chastise that, or keep from chastising that child,
It's right.
you know what I mean? He's not gonna be an apple of your eye. He's gonna become one of the monsters of the streets.
Yeah.
You know?
Grab the script.
So what, 30?
30.
Yeah.
Spirit
Top.
wise, spoil a child.
That's how it's quoted. So you
It's
got
Sirach 30 and
start
starting
the
at the
whole
top.
chapter.
He that loveth the son causeth him off to feel the rod.
Yeah, when you fuck up as kids do,
Right.
associate pain with that
Right.
mistake, so they don't do it no more.
Why? Because fear is a motivator. You know, if you fear, all the little thugs and all that that's doing what they do, they don't fear nobody. That's why they just going out there acting like there's no consequence for their actions.
Like they didn't, it's like, they didn't have a righteous reason to get whooped. like their mom would have whooped them out of emotion and anger, but they didn't have them. But how do dads whoop? Didn't I tell you?
That's how I got it.
Yeah, explain it to you what they did wrong.
Make sure you understand it.
Yeah, you gonna understand that slow ass speech when you get a look like that.
Discipline is supposed to come from the father. It's supposed to. It's supposed to come from the father. That's more effective than a woman trying to discipline. You know, because that's not in her real nature. Her nature is to nurture.
Yep.
You know?
But not to where it contradicts each other. It's a team effort. You know, does that mean after you whoop them, now go on, let your mama hug you, make sure you know. Come back, all right, now, like with my kids, I told her, now, come on over here. You know why I whooped you?
Right.
Yeah, because, oh, you don't?
Yeah. Right.
You don't know?
Right.
You ain't figured it out?
Right. That's how the Lord was with us, with Israel.
Right.
Every time he jacked us up, and he had the prophets come out and tell Israel why the Lord was jacking them up. Because you disobeyed, you broke my covenant every single time.
And if we didn't know,
you did evil as your forefathers, and now you gotta, I gotta whoop you. You know?
Going back to my kids, right? So once usually they know. So I told you the whole time I was whooping you. Why? Yeah, because I did this or I didn't do that. Good. I don't want to have to. But when you don't obey what I tell you, I have to do this. So to keep from getting these, what you need to do. Nobody's breaking that down. Because the mom, when she whooped the kids alone, single mother, she's still huffing and puffing and trying to come back to whatever she was thinking before all of that. The dad can separate out. Okay, now, well, I don't like whooping them, but fuck it now. Where my game? Got the game back on, whatever going on. You know?
See, it wasn't even too long ago where they made that law if you chastise your child, that is child abuse. It wasn't that long ago.
Didn't a football or basketball player do it?
Adrian Peterson.
Yep.
All that court stuff for whooping your child, disciplining your child.
Right. And he had to apologize for doing the right thing. It's fucked up. But that tells you everything that the Heavenly Father has sanctioned for us to do to our kids, this man takes it out.
That's what Esau did.
Because Esau, at the end of the day, your child belongs to him.
Right.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Esau, right? Now they chastise their children, what happened?
Right.
Their kids taking them out.
Yep,
you know what I'm saying? Menendez brothers.
Come back and kill him.
Menendez, right?
One of them whoopers.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Let's continue in 30. It's like Ecclesiastic is 30 at the top. He that loveth his son calls him off to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end. He that chastises.
You gotta tell him no more. You know what it is.
Eddie Griffin. Eddie Griffin said, man, my mama whipped me out of the penitentiary.
Right.
You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Joe Jackson
whooped his kids.
Yep.
He whooped their ass into fame.
Yeah.
Continue. This is 2. He that chastises the son shall have joy in him.
I feel bad. He probably was wicked. I'm sure he was wicked on some level. But for raising his kids, the truth is very unpopular.
You gotta be in this truth on the same
kids, and it was a good thing. He wasn't wrong for killing his kids.
You gotta keep the commandment before the Lord even acknowledges you.
God. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him.
This ain't for shit.
God. And shall rejoice.
I gotta tell you about what happened earlier. It's like a guy walked up, young guy walked up with a big bright green. I don't see that
highlighter green.
Yeah, highlighter.
Like that can right there.
Yeah, highlighter yellow shirt that says, what did it say?
Jesus saves or something.
Is that what it said? Jesus saves. He came up, he had probably on his phone. Yeah, look, this is it right here. Yeah. Kept walking. I'm like, hey man, you see what we're doing? You see all these Bibles? You got that shirt on. You're not gonna ask us one question. Right. So he came back. He didn't get out of control with it, but it wasn't for him. He had a Jesus Saves shirt.
And that's who he was hoping to save.
Yeah.
How was I?
What we said, right. That's exactly what we told him.
Not the how was I? We're gonna keep on waiting.
You found it? 30 chapter
2. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Why does he grieve his enemy? Because now he knows the enemy can't take him over.
Right.
He can't do no BS.
Right.
You can't beat him. And there's another one coming after him. Even if I fall, my son is going to pick up where I'm just going to say this too. He'll pick up where I left off, and he's going to continue without the mission I was on.
That's like my kids, you know, I'll discipline when they get out of hand, you know, let them know, look, you got to abide by the rules of the house. They'll be like, yeah, you mean? I'm like, no, I love you. You know what I mean? That's what it is, tough love. But now you get older and get out of the street and see who mean you are. You know what I'm saying? Who's mean, right? Mean, the streets ain't gonna show you no love. Get this understanding now.
Train up a child in the way that he should go.
Yep.
When he was older,
He would not depart from me.
Right.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Yep, that's what I was saying. You got somebody else.
Because you got those the qualities of those, the father, the things he taught that child, that's going to go with the child forever.
Right. And they can raise their children up the way they was raised.
Exactly. For he hath left one behind him.
Esau, he's not a dummy. He knows this.
Yeah.
That's why he got rid of. That's why he got rid of the fathers in Jake's household.
Yeah.
But then he'll leave an inheritance for his
And that's why he throws Jake in jail for whooping their kids too.
Yeah.
So Jake is like,
If you are in your father's life, you better not touch him.
Yeah.
You'll be a little pussy or something. You're a little punk.
Because really, they want their children to fear Esau and not their own fathers.
They want their son to grow up to fight their father.
Right.
And with that, who you fear the most is who you're gonna respect the most.
Yeah.
So these children, they grow up having a respect to this devil, you know, because they learned in his school system.
What just happened?
Yeah. They got fed all the bullshit from him, and then you're told by the teacher, don't, you know. So if they come home and they tell you some shit that you didn't teach them, now it's a clash. Well, my teacher said this or said that. You know, following after what this devil's putting in here. You know? So this devil, he's indoctrinating your children. That's why they coming so strong with that whole LGBT shit that they're placing on the children now.
Right. And the children choose.
And if the parent intervenes, there's just gonna be a penalty for that parent. You know? They might take that child away from they might take that child away from the parent for telling them, hey, that's off.
Kill a child to a homosexual.
What?
2 men in the baby.
Yeah. For real.
Yeah.
It's for he hath left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall requite kindness to his friends. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be trouble at every cry.
You gotta let your kids kind of be out a little bit, do a few things, and when they mess up, hey, I gotta whip you because you went too far, or I gotta teach you the right way so you don't make these mistakes again. But you have a purpose and a teaching, an avenue for teaching. Yeah, there's a lesson that you can be learned right there for them.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong, and the child left to himself will be willful.
Yep, that's what Esau knew and did to our people.
Yep.
But then when did he break them? He breaks you with jail, he breaks you with these gangs, he breaks you with the system, he breaks you with the school system, the church system, the drugs. And then once you're broken and he can control you, now he got you to put whatever he wants to indoctrinate you with. That's how his system works.
It said read that scripture again.
He that becometh willful, it's like a horse not broken becometh strong, and the child left to himself will be willful.
When you look up willful, it means to be having or showing a stubborn and determined intention to do as one wants, regardless of the consequences or effects.
Yep.
And that's these little monsters, man. In the neighborhood, terrorizing the neighborhood.
Right.
You can't tell them nothing, you know, because they've been neglected. There was nobody, you know, putting their foot down and instructing them in the right way. And Esau did that on purpose, man. You know?
Him and Willie Lynch knew exactly what he would do. And he made sure he did that.
I don't mean to step on your forum. Can I bring something up?
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Hebrews 12:7. If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons, for with sons is he whom the Father chastens not.
Who's the son of somebody if the father don't chasten?
Right.
Like you don't love your kid if you ain't chastening and getting him right in order to see things the right way.
Right. Look,
Proverbs, it's like Proverbs 12 and 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes.
It's a fact of life.
That's true love right there.
Right.
Hey, finish your scripture. I didn't mean to. I had a precept.
that was just that
scripture.
That was it.
That you whooping your child because you love him. You love him. You don't want to see him in the penitentiary. You don't want to see him being a damn flaming homo, walking up. You don't want to see your son up like E.J. Johnson.
Right.
You don't want to see him end up like Tentacion or whatever his name was. You don't want to see your children end up like that, man.
You get to him before Esau did.
That ex kid, he had a sad fucking story, man.
Who? XX?
That rapper, man.
Yeah.
His mom was a bro, and that was who he was raised by, man. His mother, he had a messed up child life.
She's a demon.
He was a demon, but you could see why he became a demon, man.
I was saying the mom was
His
a
mom
demon.
provided that type of environment for him, man. His mom was a dyke. His mom had her husband was dealing with her sister, and they having threesomes with like just sickness, man. Bugged out. He came from that type of upbringing, man. You know, he was neglected. He was constantly getting in trouble with the law. So when he finally, got into the industry and started, making a name for himself, making that demonic ass music, so he went all out and he made money. He was able to buy his mama house, his grandma houses, women in his family, the same women that neglected him.
Right.
Messed up, man.
I had to go. The priorities in the wrong place.
But you see, he didn't have no guidance. If he would have had a thorough father in the word and understanding, he would have turned out like that.
That's why
unless he was a bad seed.
Right.
He
should have been put to death, right?
Yeah.
That bad seed. But that's why the Heavenly Father's gonna write it in us, all of us, so we don't have to worry about none of that anymore. That's why we need that to be what takes place. Is we're only righteous if that's the best thing that happens.
Right.
If that verse again and keep going.
It's 30 and 8. A horse not broken becometh headstrong. And the
Jack's like a wild ass horse, just
out
of control.
When you look at the Northern Kingdom, because they break horses, they break, whether it be Broncos, Mustangs, all them horses. Them horses, they get real wild. They'll bite you, they'll kick you, they'll run you over. But it's the Northern Kingdom, they be breaking the horses. It's like they break their spirits in order to train them so that they act the way they want them to act.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Same with a child.
That's what they did to us. That's what the Willie Lynch was about, breaking us things down and then instructing them.
They broke us, right?
They broke us.
Blueprint.
Jake is still broken even to this day, man. If we can't beat him, join him spirit. Go ahead,
Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid.
Conquer means same type of word.
Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
Yeah, if you play too many games with him, if you don't know where the line is at between seeing what your affection is versus thinking everything is okay to just mess around.
Trying to be his friend.
Trying to be your kid's
He won't take you serious.
You don't know when to take you serious. Don't you go on that street. I see somebody like hey, don't do that. Maybe the kid be like, make sure you know you ain't playing. I got to go back. I see you spot. You can't look. I'm like, man, this dude's in trouble. But he figured it out. My cousin figured it out.
But see, what does our moms always tell us? Don't you do that, right? Don't you do it, I'm gonna tear that ass up, right? Hard head make a soft ass, right? Cats got hard heads around here. Unscarred. Untenderized scarred ass.
It starts at a really young age. I got cousins, family members. They'll tell the kid, they'll like say some bad words to the kid, cuss out the kid or something, and then now go dance in front of the rest of your family. Go dance in front, show her the dance that you're doing. like it's a game. They play with their kids like their friends.
Yeah. And then when they get to that a certain age, they start to see that their child is starting to rebel.
The kids don't take them serious.
And when they say
like
something,
you cuss your child out, she cussing you.
Yeah.
You see a black woman and her daughter all the time.
Already.
Like
And it started like when they like that.
She rolling her eyes back at her mom. She talking, you know.
And
it's crazy, man.
What gets me is they think it's funny. They want to put it on Facebook.
They think it's
They
cute.
cussing you out.
Put it
Or
on
they
Instagram.
twerking, you know what I'm saying?
They got
And they little baby suits, cussing you out at the same time. Oh, look at it, she cute doing it.
Right.
All that.
Twerking and shit.
And when she really grown about that height, cussing you out, you know what I mean? Ain't listening. You want to knock her head off.
But
you should have done it when she was a grasshopper.
But she also ready to defend and fight you back.
Right.
It's too late.
Right.
You know? But it's the absolute truth. Hey,
you know what that reminds me of? The story in the Torah about the Israelitish woman who had that man, husband, Egyptian man, and the kid was out wild and whatnot. Yeah, stoned his little ass.
Because that's in the law.
Yeah.
Your child is rebellious and
They
rebellious and stubborn and gluttonous and lazy.
Yep. You're supposed to
bring him to the elders, stone his ass.
Yep.
Man.
And the parents got to throw the first stone.
The first stone and the last.
They got to drag his ass out.
Make
there.
sure he did.
And
well, you ain't got to deal with a little bad.
Straight up, man.
And that's righteous.
It says after that to remove all evil from the midst of
Yeah, because that's a cancer. And if you look into bodies, cancer cells, they multiply, you know? When they're not hit at the exact point, you know, when the white blood cells ain't working. So the rest of the society was like the white blood cells trying to kill off that disease. But if they don't kill it off, it multiplies and grows and hit everybody else.
Yep.
Now you got demons on the rest of our nation. You know? Right. This 10, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him. And lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end, give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies.
You be seeing videos on World Star where you have Eve and her boyfriend, and it would be like a 5-6-year-old Jake, and he cussing like a sailor.
Yeah.
He sound like a grown ass dude, just with a little kid voice, just talking crazy. But they behind the camera laughing.
They filming it.
They filming it and they think it's cute and they filming it and laughing and telling them, say what you say again, say that again.
Right.
You 3-year-olds, man, 4-year-olds.
You know? You ruining your child, man. Now he finna grow up and beat them niggas that you know?
Right,
you don't even know what you
He gonna turn
doing.
to the nigga that he cussing out.
Yeah.
That you allowed to cuss
My grandfather had bullwhips, bro. Kept us in line. Extension cords kept us in line, you know? They didn't really believe in belts, you know?
Right. That was the holy pants.
Ain't nobody really, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no discipline, ain't no structure.
Yeah, the parents ain't even fit to be parents.
No.
You got people my age having kids.
I was just getting ready to say, how old are you are?
I'm 20.
See, that's these day and age, that's grandma's age. You know what I mean? That's grandma's age, damn near.
Then you got kids that's having kids younger than me.
Right.
I know a girl right now. One of my friend's sisters is pregnant.
Yeah.
She just got out of high school.
Right.
You know?
Have him at 13, 14 years old.
She was fast. That's why she pregnant.
Yeah.
Now she about to have to raise that little kid about to be a demon.
Well, I'll say this though, because I mean, naturally in the ancient world they had children that young.
Yeah.
That was when they were on a mature level.
Right.
Yeah.
They were groomed by their parents and taught how to be a lady,
Yeah.
to be a wife, to be a mother,
A woman.
They
to
didn't.
be a woman.
That's why
But now
Issachar had a quinceañera.
that's why they have that. But now
They got all these.
even to when you're 18 years old, you still they don't mature in this society.
Yeah.
Hey,
But see, they're not. They got all these outside, media and all these distractions.
Yeah.
In ancient day, it wasn't. You didn't have all that. It was all day. You did what your mom was doing, or she showed you.
The mom
Likewise
and
with the
taking care of the house. The sons is out with dad in the field or whatever he's doing.
Right.
You was occupied.
Carry that wood over here so I can chop it for the fire, and we're gonna sell it, and then we're gonna burn this much to cook dinner tonight.
Yeah.
And it became repetition.
Yeah.
So that son, we always bring that every family was like a business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so that son, the father, what the father had, however many sons he had, he got this many workers. The daughter was property to the father until he gave her into another family.
Yep.
Another man. That's the way it was. And Issachar some of the northern kingdoms still do that. You know, like I know it's a couple Issacharites I know. They still gotta ask the father for permission just to go out with the daughter.
Right,
You know?
right.
Yeah.
If you ain't up to par,
Yeah, they say no. They say no too.
Yep.
That's a couple Issacharites from the school. They was on their honeymoons in high school because
Right.
their family set them up together.
Right.
You know?
Say yes to that.
Yeah.
Is that the last verse on there?
Oh,
Well, what are our women? At the age that they supposed to be learning how to become, mothers and wives, and how to have ladylike skills. What are they being taught? They looking at Cardi B. They looking at Nicki
Kardashians.
Minaj, the Kardashians, and that's their role models. All right. And that's why the Lord's going to bring judgment on these Amber Rose, the China, Black China, all these sluts that's been role models for the daughters of our nation, man. The Lord's going to start bringing real judgment, swift judgment upon them, man.
Sword.
You remember that Vixen, that video Vixen slut, Melissa Ford?
Yeah.
You heard what happened to her, right?
I didn't hear what happened to her.
She got mauled by her car got mauled by a damn 18-wheeler.
Fractured her skull.
Jessica Rabbit.
Internal bleeding, can't stop the bleeding. Like she might be out of there, bro.
That's the bomb now.
You know, I don't know if she's on pull through or not, but the injuries, it just happened, man. The Lord, the Lord ain't playing with our nation, man. All right, they learn their ways from seeing examples, man. Like that right there, man. That's you know why, man.
Niggas, man.
You know, and then they got the simps that co-sign the behavior. They don't make it no better. You know, the men should be cussing these women out when they walk out here with the tight ass spandex leggings on, man.
See-through
Get
shit.
mad at us for look, or not us, but men that don't know looking.
Yeah.
But your woman in tights.
You allowed.
You allowed it.
Yeah,
She said
That's
she
some
was
cuckold
right.
shit to me.
Yeah, right.
You want your woman to be looked at, man.
Right.
You know, but these men, they're afraid of losing the box. You know.
Yeah. They scared of standing up.
They don't want to sleep on that couch.
Right.
Right. Get that
You see, the Lord's about to come down the battle on all these Jake, man.